Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to show you how I apply the net to my hair before I do a sewing. This is the method I use on my clients, but I'm not able to do it properly on myself. So basically I use a brown thread with the black net to get it done, so that when I'm ready to cut it out, my kids or mom or whoever is going to help me cut it out can see the thread better than if I use the black thread. So I start at the side of my hair, but not the pieces that I'm leaving out. The braid right next to that, that's where I'm going to start, and I'm going to sew right down close to my ear and then around my head. So right there, I accidentally created a knot with the thread, so I had to use a needle to get it out, and then my camera died because I'm actually using my phone to film on, so I missed some of when I was coming around at that side. So I'm just starting back at the back to show you now. I'm going to sew from the back and come forward and then up to the anchor braid and around to the other side. So as you can see me fold the net behind my ear. The reason I'm doing that is to get the net to lay flat, so I won't have any bumps and lumps at the top of my head. So the last needle and thread, I ran out of thread, so I had to cut it, and I'm now starting back with a fresh piece. So as you can see, to create the knot, I normally push the needle through the braid and the net and then bring it through and then push it through the thread, so as to when I pull it tight, it's just going to create a knot and it won't go anywhere. Then I'm just going to continue sewing the net to my hair. So this is basically the first braid that I'm sewing onto. The one in the front that I'm not sewing onto, that's actually part of my leave out as well. So I'm actually finishing the last part of the sewing of the net onto my hair by sewing down the anchor braid to the net as well. And then after, I'm going to show you the last step. It's actually more difficult doing it on yourself than on a client actually, because you can see on the client's head to see what you're doing, but when it's yourself you have to actually be feeling with your fingers to make sure you're going the right places and you're not sewing on the parts that's supposed to be leave out, etc. Because I was doing it on myself, it was really hard. So the net ended up shifting when I just started sewing it down, and I just left it like that. But in the end, it actually came out properly, as opposed to being crooked as I thought it would have been. So now that I'm finished sewing the net to my hair, I'm actually going to just make 2 knots, cut the excess thread, and then I'm going to proceed to cutting the excess net out of my hair. So this is the most difficult part of doing the whole net sewing to your hair process. Cutting the net, you have to be careful not to cut the thread that you use to sew the net to your hair or to cut your hair. So I was there, I have no mirror. The only thing I had is the phone that I'm filming on. So I'm just peeping in the phone, making sure that I'm doing it the right way and feeling as I go along. I'm actually scared to get it done, so I'm there like, oh my god, I hope I don't cut my hair, because I accidentally cut my hair one of the times I was actually doing a weave. So I'm just taking my time and I'm cutting right around, being as careful as I can be actually. As you can see, I'm fumbling with the way to put my hand behind my head. I'm there scared, I don't know which way to go. I'm just like literally confused at the moment, but I'm just going to take my time and see what I can get done. But I ended up getting it done actually with no help. I'm going really carefully around my hair, trying not to snip it, and I'm almost finished at this time. So I'm there like, oh, thank you, Jesus. The only part of the net that I don't normally cut until when I'm finished doing my sewing is the part around the leave out. I cut everything else except for there. As you can see, I'm just going to pull it down and pin it because I'm actually finished with the rest of the net cutting out of my hair. So I'm just going to show you how it looks. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. You see how really flat it is, right? I tried. I really tried.